Furibee F36 or JJRC H36? Which is better? Why? What are the pros and cons? Well, it looks the same, but they're not quite the same aircraft. The general design is the same, the battery is the same, visually they look the same, but this one is more punchy, and I will tell you why I think that is. The first thing is that the frame, basically you're at least getting 1 gram less than the JJRC H36. So that's a significant savings. Now, 1 gram doesn't sound like a lot, but it is in the Whoop world. The other thing is the motors. Now, I couldn't find any specifications for the JJRC H36 motors, but I did find them for the Furibee F36. And the Furibee F36 has 46,000 RPM motors on it. That is pretty good. The controllers are also slightly different. This one has extended sticks. You can extend the sticks yourself. This, you can't extend the sticks. I personally like this extended stick feel. That's nice to me. So let's get Furibee bound. Alright, so now we're off. Alright. Alright, so let's do a punch out. See, it's just not as fast to go all the way up there. Alright, to change rates on this model, you actually use what would normally be the trim. Now check that yaw rate out. And now let's take a look at the yaw rate of the H36 in high rates. It's just not as fast. It's definitely not as fast. So what we're looking at is a much faster yaw rate, and I think better speeds, which, you know, one gram will account for that. Let's try flips. Right stick and the direction you want to go. Now notice how it like catches itself when it does its flip. You see that? Watch that carefully. It'll catch itself. So it completes the flip, then throttles up, which is really nice because the H36 doesn't tend to do that and will tend to sink to the floor. Alright, so here, let's compare flips on H36 now. I'm gonna start catching these. Alright. So let's flip the H36. Ah! You see, and it even seems, even in my opinion, it seems to struggle with just what it's got. And this is a new H36. This isn't my previous one. Oh, yeah, I still like the H36. I think it's a great model. I do think that the frame and the fact that it weighs less, along with the 46,000 RPM motors, makes the Furibee F36 the winner, in my opinion. The only comment that I have to say right now is that if you want to fly this with an expensive transmitter or a more hobby grade transmitter than the peanut controllers, you can't right now. The H36 is the only one that has that ability, but I'm sure the Furibee F36 will eventually get that programmed in by somebody. But if that is an important factor to you, that is something you may want to consider. I really like this. I really like the Furibee F36. If you want, you could buy both too. They're only about like $10 to $13. Sometimes they go as low as $9 on sale. They're not expensive quads. Lots of fun. Well, that's it. That is the Furibee F36 versus the JJRC H36. I hope this was a helpful comparison to you if you're trying to figure out which one to buy. Again, in conclusion, I have to say, if you're a first-time buyer, just get the Furibee F36. I think it's the better model than the H36 because of the more powerful motors and the lighter frame that definitely gives it an advantage over the H36. That's it. Thanks for watching.